Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. And then we'll double check that this is actually working by dumping that into the system. And yes, that is working perfectly. Ideal, that is fantastic, that is wonderful. Now, I don't have any sapphire ore. Oh, I do from that end one over there. So I'm going to turn that one round. I'm going to turn that one round there, and I'm just going to add that one to the side here. That is pure rubite on those two. That has got bobmonium on it, that one does over there. So I don't need to really worry about turning that one round. You know what? The bobmonium is fine. That one can just filter out. But what I was thinking is I'll put these two here. I'll add these just into the belt that I'm doing at the moment. It might make life a little bit easier for us. So if I was to turn that one round as well, remove that bit of belt, and then I go over here, because this is my filter system on here, and I've already got a fair bit accumulating in here, so the less I've got going in onto that one, the better. So I won't worry about like the little bit of bobmonium that is coming out onto there. That can be picked out by the filter, but the bulk of it I would like to filter out in a different way. I think that would just be a better way of doing this. So there, the bobmonium's coming through, and then that means that I can then take this one over here. I'll bring you to there, and then we will go for an underground belt that will pop out. Actually, I don't know where that's going to pop out just yet, because I need to sort of build up the rest of these machines. Right, next. If I put that one in there, it's going to have sapphire ore coming off of it. So I want to bring this one over by one space. Like that. And I'll drop you down there. And then this one, actually, yeah, that will be fine. And then I'll do the same with that one there as well. That we're going to go like this. And we're going to put a line all the way along to that end right there. I'm going to remove that power pole, and I'm going to move it up to there. I'll stick an extra one in here for a minute, and turn that round, and then I'll run this back through exactly the same up to that point right there. So I've got the whole thing running on that same belt. Slight issue with that. I need to stagger these a little bit. Right, well, we'll pull you out. Because this here, that one needs to go in a different direction. So you need to go up. Right. You got to go that way. Remove that one. You're coming in through here and up and into the side of there. I don't need anything more fancy than that. That can just carry right on with what it's doing. And then I can join in that belt in there. That will be absolutely fine. In here, though, one thing that I am going to want to do is I just want to stagger these ever so slightly so that I've got a bit of room in between for a belt to come out. And I'm also... well, as I want a belt to come out there, it's over here that I want to stagger them. So I'm going to have to remove all of these. Like that. And then I've got room for a belt to come out there. Which means I kind of need to just stagger from this point. So we bring you over like that. And I'll put that one in there like that. So yeah, it's staggered a bit. It means that those have got a little bit more work to do overall. It'll take them a bit longer. But it's not going to be the end of the world. And then this will be the next point for this one to go. We'll start bringing them in here. But I've got stuff in the way down here. What I wanted to do, I wanted to set up all of the crossovers. So if I remove that one a minute, let's have a little zoom out. We'll put, I can put one in here. I can put one just down ever so slightly. How far over can I... Ooh, I can go over a long way. I can bring you all the way over to here, look. Right, that's properly out the way, that is. And then I got you right up in there. Okay, this one in here, though, that one's a little bit of a jolly nuisance. I've got other radars scattered around. What's that bit in the middle? Why have I got a different colour in there? Oh, it's where I haven't got any build demands going down at the moment. Right, yeah, we'll worry about that later. There was one radar that I just went and picked up from in here. So I'd like to put down another radar just to replace that one, even if it doesn't go in the same spot. It's close enough, so we have got at least a bit more radar coverage here somewhere. And then, finally, I want to have a look at this. So I would have a gap and put down a drill, and then... have a gap. Actually, that's going to work out spot on perfect, that is. So, you over this side. That one's really on the wrong side. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's get some of this stuff being put onto belts now, shall we? And then we can kind of figure out power lines and other little details like that in a minute. So, we want to run down through here first, and it's going to get to about that point. That belt is going to come underneath there, and... Now, which way round do we want to do this? I've got sapphire, I've got mixed ore over this side, and I kind of need it to go through the bobmonium filter up there. It would be better if it could go through that filter first. So I'll run this line here through the bobmonium filter up there. So that means it's going to go that direction, like that. So this bit here could also go in that direction, and I could lift you, so then I could do another one in a different... I need another drill on here. So that's more mixed ore. This down here is safe. This is not mixed ore at all. It doesn't matter. So that can go onto a different belt, and we can turn those around if we need to. So you can go here, here, and here, like that, and then I've got all bobmonium and sapphirite and rubite ores all coming into there, and then the spare ones are being pulled off the side on here and coming down in this direction. So you will actually get all the way out to there without any problems. And there goes the bobmonium going into the system. And that's running all the way up there. And... right, the slowdown on the bobmonium system is the stone. This one, I'm keeping the crushed stone. I'm not actually doing anything else with it other than just having crushed stone. And whilst that is an admirable thing for us to be doing, it is going to cause us a slight problem. I'm keeping it like that. I'm not going to change it. I have no intention of changing that over, but I need more storage for crushed stone. Now, I'm building just one warehouse because that's all I've got materials for. I need steel to be able to make any more, and at the moment we have a shortage of iron, which means that we've also got a shortage of steel. All our spare iron is coming into here. At least it is backing up a bit. Like, iron is starting to fill up in places. It's actually backing all the way up through here now. It's getting to there. We could do with these being upgraded. They will soon be upgraded, but they're still not being upgraded yet. Now, that's splitting out just fine. That's doing a magnificent job in there. This, not so much. And then I've got these here. They're slowly filling up and building up. And I'm gonna leave it just open-ended. I'm gonna allow these chests to fill all the way up. So it will take a bit of time, but they will get there eventually, and then I won't have any more of them coming in. I'm quite happy with that. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't be happy with that. Maybe I should slow down, and that's going to get me, ultimately, a bit more steel. Because it will stop these... well, even if I do stop those accumulating. Alright, I know what I'm going to do. First up, let's speed this. We'll keep this going. So I've got an extra storage there. That's my extra storage point on here. So I'm going to take a belt coming out of there. And that's going to go in this direction. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then I'm going to do an underground belt, and that one's going to go to here. And then I'm going to do another underground belt, and that one's going to go up to there, like that. And then I'm going to take a belt from this one, and it's going to go across here, like this. So I've got a little bit of space extra on a belt right there. I will take some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually want more than that, but for now, this will have to do. We'll offset on the near side for you and do the same on that one so that I've got 2 lots of them. And I need to go and find more inserters. That's what I want. A couple more inserters a minute. And those are just down here. So let's run down here. While I'm down here, I am going to do one other thing. So there, I've got the inserters. I'll take 200 of those. See, these are even, like, these are all backed up now. This is fantastic. Everything is actually starting to back up like I want it to. But there was one minor detail, and that is down here. And what I want to do on here is that one right there. I've got, in that storage, 1,400. And I don't need 1,400 of these. I'm not actually going to use that many. So, we'll drop it back down to there. They won't make any more now. And we will have 1,000 of them stored. And I'll do the same with these, because remember, we only need 1,000. So I don't actually need this big a buffer, because it's only going to be for building the next tier in each set of belts anyway. And I'm not then going to be using them anywhere in the system. So we can do that. That's fine. I should have done that earlier, but never mind. So that will stop the production of these. Or it should. What are you waiting on? You're waiting on... Oh, you keep waiting on basic transport belts, which is little bits of iron. But that's going into here. And then those basic transport belts will have 1,000 of those go into the iron chest. And that one's got 1,000 of them. So I'm still going to be waiting for them to build up. But I don't need now any more of them building up in here, so I won't get that they're just going to stop there, and they're going to start building up. So we've already stopped using quite as many materials as we were by now allowing them to build up, and that's already built back, stored, and done. So I can just come down here and check on this little bit. I've got the grey belts that come through, and they come down that way, they come into the side, and then they go into here, and then those belts, they come out over this way, and I'll do the same in here. That's actually going to give me 2,000 of those in storage, but I think it's probably better to have a bit of a bigger buffer on the belts for later on, because like when you start using belts and you're using them all up, you do tend to use quite a few of them, don't you? Right. Is that little bit done? And what else was it I was going... there was something else that I wanted to go and get. While I was running around gathering stuff up, I needed some more of these. And I've taken care of that bit. No, I don't. I think it was just those that I wanted to go and get. It was just inserters. I didn't actually need anything else. I just wanted to go and get the inserters. Right. Well, that's good. And now we can run back over here, and we can keep going with dealing with our iron production. So I need to be able to keep going with that. I need to finish build... Oh, it was steel. Now I remember. I wanted a bit more steel so that I could make another couple of warehouses. Or at least one more warehouse, because I don't have other materials for making it either. So, like, I've got shortages of everything, but steel is the big shortage that I've got right now, and we don't have a lot of steel being made. All of my steel is being processed and coming down through and being turned into these bad boys down here. So I'm going to do that. I know that's still going to give me 10,000 of those. That's probably okay for going on with. I'm reasonably happy with that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stand close to the belt right here. Okay. Stand close to the belt here, maybe? There. Right. I'm going to stand close to the belt right here, and I'm going to gather up all of the steel that's coming through. This is going to take a while, because this is literally the only steel that's coming in, isn't it? This is a slow thing. So I don't have to sit here pressing and holding a key. I'll just remove a bit of belt right there, see? That's using the old noggin, that is. It's still going to take a while for it to build up, but I don't have to sit here pressing and holding the F key to take things off the line. And I could even go off and find a bit more iron and stuff it into these, just to, like, speed things up a bit. I'm not going to. I'm just going to have a look around, see if I can plan what I'm going to do next. Once I finish doing the ore bit, like, I'm going to have to, like, redirect the lines that I've got going in here. I've got to put those through these other cleaners that we've got, or build another cleaning system for it. Actually, there is only one cleaner that I need to make, because here is just going to be sapphirite and rubite, so that just needs to go through this bit right here, and I can move that over a little bit and have that as a cleaning system there, so that the sapphirite is coming out, and then the rubite is coming out elsewhere. That will be absolutely fine. There won't be any issues with that. And then we can fill this little area up with mining drills, and we're clearing all of this patch. Then we'll have a little bit down there that we want to clear off, and that's all of the ore in that big patch in the middle of the base, because we'll be expanding out everywhere. Then the next thing that we're going to be doing is, like, I've got all of these. How many have we got? I've got 645 of those now. That's fantastic. That is a nice lot. Yeah, I've got then oil. We will be starting to extract oil. I've got multi-phase oil up there, and then I've got the gas down here. Now, I'm already pulling gas out, and I've already got these tanks here completely full. We've got left in this, but I've got 71,000 litres of natural gas left in this pipeline right here. I don't have much natural gas left over, so we're not going to have to worry too much about clearing that out. It's the multi-phase oil bits that we're going to want. How are we doing down here? Ooh, a colossal spitter right there. And then I got a behemoth spitter over here. I got some rather nasty things going on around here. Some very nasty customers. We've got Titan biters, badass. They're not just behemoth biters, they're badass behemoth biters. I got a super spawner. Super spawners are nasty, nasty customers. What is that? Colossal scarab. Behemoth scarab. We're going to have our work cut out for us once we start attacking enemies. I don't want to be going attacking enemies just yet, though. Let's have a look around. What do we got? Right, the rubite stuff in here is absolutely fine. I'm going to have a little bit more rubite coming out, but rubite has got more. It's harder. It's 200% mining time, whereas this stuff over here is the sapphirite. Yeah, mining time 200%. I think sapphirite is just normal, and then this is 250% for bobmonium. Anyway, we'll carry on with that in a minute. But oil. Once I've accumulated everything here that I want to accumulate, we are going to be going for some oil, and we got a lot of oil that we're going to want to pick up, right? And process. That's going to be the next big thing that we're going to start to sort of work towards, is full oil production, which is going to be all kinds of tanks and stuff going in all kinds of places. I think I've accumulated enough. Okay, let's go just grab these last couple little bits. Bit more. There. Right, I have accumulated enough. Let's go and pop that one down, and now start allowing the steel to go back through. I have got on my pretty person right here 159 of them, so I can make one more warehouse, and that leaves me with 109. I've gotten rid of a lot of the stone bricks now, because I've been making warehouses. I'm not going to go and get any more just yet. I'll deal with that if and when I want more warehouse. Well, when I want more warehouses. It's definitely a when. There's no if about it. I am definitely going to want more warehouses at some point. Let's go over this way. We will finish doing this little bit down in here. So we want a warehouse right there, and then another one next to it right there. Actually, no, I've done that wrong. Let's pick those two back up. Warehouses don't break down into constituent parts, by the way. I think I already told you that. I probably did. Let's remove a couple of these like that, and we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll leave a gap, and 1, 2, actually I don't even need to do that. I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. I have all 8 of them in a row, and then I can put a power pole here, and a power pole here, and a power pole here like this. And then I can come down here, and I can put a power pole there and start feeding stone out onto that belt. And I can go there as well. Right, so now I am shifting the stone up into these two warehouses from this down here, which means that this system now is going to start filtering out just a teensy-tiny bit faster, which means that the ore is going to be pulled in a little tiny bit faster, and everything should start flowing. I have got yellow filters on here in places, but honestly, I think that's going to be fine. I don't think that's going to, like, hold things up too much. We just got a little bit of a backlog that has accumulated, and we can, like, that can just start flowing all the way through. The ores through the rest of it are going along nicely. I don't want to be using up the last few of these that I'm carrying to try and clean all of this out, because I think it's just going to end up being a little bit too much of a headache to deal with. So I need that bit in there. I've got to get that out of the middle, and I've got to get it over here and into a filter system down here. So if we focus first on doing that. So I'm going to bring you here. I'm going to have a belt out that way, and then it's going to belt over. I'm going to leave it on the belt there for a minute so I don't keep picking it all up. And I'll go to... Actually, I won't even go to there. I'll have an underground belt that's going to go right there like that. And then we'll bring this over as far as I can like that. And then I'll do the same again up to that point right there. Next, I'm going to have a belt that's going to run down this side. So I'll start off by removing that power pole there, and I'm actually covering everything with power without... I don't even need to have that one there, so I can just have this as a regular belt that comes out to this point over here. Then we'll put an underground belt down to there. And now this is going to be slightly tricky. I need to get that out. The other slightly tricky bit is that actually being covered? I've got that bit there, and that... you know it is... No, it's not. I got a little square here that's not being mined. Right, well, we can take care of that. I'll remove that power pole there, and then if I have another one of these, another mining drill, that one's going to go out there. It's going to mine in that direction. And then you, I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to move you back. You're going to go there, and then you're going to move over by one, and you're going to go there. So I've got one extra mining drill, and then that belt can come down here to this point. But that's no good at the moment, so I've got to remove you. And then I've got to take this out down here, because I need to put my filters in just a little bit further along than I had them previously. Let's clear some belts out of the way, and let's put a filter system in here. I need to have that filter system. It doesn't matter if it's back here, or in it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's behind or in front of that one, because that one's clean anyway. That one is absolutely pure. So we can put this one there like that. That can just go like that. And then if I go into here and I take a filter and I put rubite ore onto there, and that's going to just, like, the rubite ore is only going to go out onto that one side. So I can send you... Oh, no, I can't, because this has got to go in front of it. That's going to be... That one's going the wrong place. Right. Mining drill right there. Ooh. Bring you a... That mining drill was dead anyway. That one had already accumulated all ore that was possible to accumulate. Alright, that's fine. So I can bring that belt out. We can put you down here like this, and you will have your filter in. You will be a rubite filter right there. And that means that this one goes up that way. And I will just pick up the ore that is on there a second. And then you go over this way. Like that. And then I drop that one onto there. And it starts splitting it out. And it'll, like, bring that bit in and accumulate that in as well. In order to properly fill these two up, I'm going to need some of the ore that's coming out of here. I'll be feeding it into the back of this belt, as well as that belt. It won't all be going into that one belt. But these two here, they're both going to have to come down and sort of feed into the sides of these. I've got no choice on that. So that one right there is going to do that, and it's going to go in that way like that. And the rubite ore will then go back up and over this way, with the sapphirite ore running out down on the lower side. And then over here, I've got this one coming down here like this, and it's going to join, it's going to side feed on there. It's not perfectly even, but that'll be fine. It will work its way through the system. So we can then move back up this side. And I need to get power going on to these mining drills. That's our next task. So we've got everything coming out over that way, and then the sapphirite and the the sapphirite is looping around on there, and the rubite. So I want to put power here. Power here. That's got those powered up. Put some power in along there. You and... put one there. Have to have another one in here. Right. I didn't think this through, did I? I can put some power in onto there, and I can't reach these bits over this side. I can reach there. I can put some in there. So right down here for power. I can put power in there. Can even put power up in there, but I've got... And down this lower side, that's not going to be any kind of a problem at all. I'm just going to do that. Right, so I've got everything going down through there. Apart from these three, I've got 3 mining drills in here, and the only way I'm going to get power onto those... Actually, there is an easy way to put power onto those. I just need to go there and... there, like that. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this one here, and I'll put a belt there. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for. We will come back tomorrow, and we will carry on with the Bat Challenge, continue trying to make 1,000 of absolutely everything. But we'll also take a little short break and try to catch me a door flurp. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.